Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage, Season 1, Episode 19, Aftergame Celebration. We're going to start this off as normal with introductions, starting with Kerr.
Hi, everyone. Hang on a sec. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Kerr. I am the storyteller. I am the one who runs these games. I am the one who gives everyone happy fun times and watch as my wonderful, wonderful plans and plots go up in smoke. Yay, happy fun times.
Portia.
I am Tanya. I am playing Portia, the consummate doctor who delights in making the DM's plans go up in smoke.
Reinhardt.
I am Reinhardt. I am the paranormal investigator and the party's connection to the spirit rhythm.
Warren.
I am Toshime, and I am playing Warren, a traditional mage. Kapow, kapow.
And I am Zim, and I am playing Cody Taylor, the techno mage guy thing. We're going to go ahead and turn it over now to Portia for the recap.
So, in the last episode, shit got real. It was the final round of us versus the Marauder. It was done tournament style. And we functionally drew straws to see who would go first. Turned out that it was Portia. But, thanks to a vision that Alexis had and the, sorry, brain. I just kind of locked up for a second there. Sorry.
You're good.
Thanks to a vision that Alexis had, they were able to get an advanced warning of a way that the fight could end. They were able to use that to help them find a peaceful resolution in which she almost got herself scattered across dimensions, but was able to successfully talk the Marauder down and fix his broken avatar. They're now back home at the mansion and trying to get some much-deserved R&R.
Alrighty. Well, Kerr, it is off to you.
All right, I just want to preface this real quick to let everyone know today's session will be a little bit of a shorter one due to the fact that we are missing a player. And this is the transition session from the previous plot line that you guys finished up to our next plot. I just wanted to let everyone know that I was planning to start moving into the next plot today, but with one of our players gone, we're going to probably slow things down a little bit, let you guys get started with it. But before we really move into it, I will end the session just so we can have everyone on the same page. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a downtime episode anyways. Everybody's trying to decompress after, the world almost exploded again.
Exactly. So I just wanted to let everyone know before we move into the next plot line, today's session might be shorter than what we're all used to just because of that. Also, Toshime, I saw what you said in the chat, and I'm glaring.
What, are bonks not allowed anymore?
You know what bonky means.
No.
The reach through time bonks.
The
Oh.
thing you wanted to talk about.
We don't talk about those bonks.
Ironically enough, the first thing I need to do is talk about those bonks.
A gleaming endowment.
UI.
To Clemente, $25.
Toshime, thank you so much for that donation. and your constant support of the channel. I appreciate it so very much. The first tier has been completed. On to tier 2.
And so you guys have arrived back at Cody's Manor. You guys have had a chance to decompress a little bit. And Tycoon is also there with you. Back to do slightly more normal. Though he's going to need quite a bit of help with learning how to do magic normally. As well as, get more stable.
Baby steps.
And
Yes.
find out which type of mage he is.
This is true. What magic does he kind of take best to? But yes. So far, you guys have a chance to kind of relax a little bit. What would each of you would like to be doing to relax? Or is there anything that you guys would like to do at the moment?
Well, the very first thing that Portia would do is she would head straight to her lab, get the magical medical book and a computer, and begin writing down exactly what she did back in the arena. She's basically creating a medical journal on hand-executed repair of an avatar, and she's transcribing that medical journal over into the book. And she's adding a footnote to the end of it that she would like to hear any input on this.
There are 3 words in the book as you're writing all this. You did what?
Magic.
I'm sorry. I believe I misread that. These words are coming through on the book as you're writing. Like, they're on the other page and they vanish, like, once they need to go away so you can keep working. But only to appear on, like, the next page or below. But it's like, I'm sorry. I believe I misread things. You did what?
I repaired a broken avatar. I almost died in the process, but I did pull it off. ...
Ow.
And that's when she just begins writing down an exact breakdown of the process that she used back in the arena.
This is impossible. Like, no one has ever been able to actually stop a Marauder's avatar from going nuts.
Surely somebody's pulled it off before.
No! Nobody has.
Well, all the more reason that this needs to be recorded in a journal.
This needs more than just be recorded in a journal. This is going to put you on the map.
Typically when I'm on a map, it means that I'm a target.
Everyone would want to recruit you if this gets out.
I would like to keep it just between us for the time being.
I can do so, but I make no promises that someone or something won't sense what you did.
Cross that bridge when I get to it.
But this is... I think you deserve a reward for this information.
I saved somebody's life who otherwise would have been doomed to oblivion. That is the reward.
No. Such medical knowledge and skill, and then the ability to pull it off, and then also pass it on at no reward to yourself, deserves something. Give me time. I will make arrangements for a proper reward to be given to you.
Well, I'll consider whatever you offer to be fair.
Besides, it's you're giving me this information. It's only fair I give you something in return.
You're dealing with the Fae.
Just a spirit, not a fae.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the guy at the other end of the magic book is basically a god of medicine.
They very much still have the quid pro quo though of doing something for something.
So yeah, that's basically the sum total of what she was going to do there. She
Okay,
does need to talk to Warren later, but that can wait.
let's go to the next person, Warren.
And I'd be getting ready to relax in my lab, but first sending out a message to Ethan Winters saying that the Marauder has been taken care of.
All right. You get a message back going, do you need any help disposing of the body or making sure the ghost doesn't spawn or anything like that?
My chantry has already taken care of it.
All right. That's good to hear. Is there anything else? Anything you need at all?
Just wanted to update you.
I really appreciate that.
And I appreciate that you didn't rat me out.
I had a reaction plan for if he said anything.
Yeah, you just hear a thump and then the line goes dead. Like, hello? Hello? You still there? Twitching on the floor.
No, you have to understand, this is Order of Hermes. I would have been laughed out of the Order of Hermes.
Why?
Something like that magnificent happening.
And it wasn't one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I just realized that. Portia's the Verbena, so if they find out what she did, they're going to be a little bit pissed, aren't they?
Does the
No,
term political shitstorm mean anything to you?
I'm just covering our chantries, bud.
Is there anything else you're up to, Warren, once you finish with your messages?
Going back to my sanctum and tinkering around.
Okay. Sounds good. Reinhardt, what are you
Yep.
up to?
Let's see. We just finished with the Marauder. I just got back from I got back from a case a while ago. Technically, it was before the Marauder. Yeah, I need to touch base with some of my case files. Let's see. Perry Freestone was the guy who went missing for the werewolves, right?
No, he was your contact for the missing one.
He was the one
Oh,
who
right.
hired you.
Right.
So now we see why he goes through his case notes.
We still had some missing individuals that were potentially involved with the big guy, the mafia boss, the Don.
Marcone?
Marcone, yeah.
Do you want to spend some time going over your notes and information and contacts, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a moment while I get my thingy thing up. All right, let's see. I want a. This will be an intelligence plus a streetwise roll, please.
Intelligence plus streetwise.
We're gonna see about gathering some information.
Game, I'd like to select the dice, please. There we go. One success.
All right. It looks like people are being a bit cagey as you go through your usual contacts at the moment. Not that they're not willing to give you information, but it seems not a whole lot has really come up so far. Empty Springs has been fairly quiet, all things considered, over these last few days.
Especially supernatural front.
Yeah, when it comes to investigating your supernatural contacts, everything has been not peaceful. I mean, there's still issues going on and such. Political maneuverings, that type of stuff. But when it comes to out and out fighting, it's really fallen off actually. Which is in itself strange. Usually some of the darker ones, the ones who aren't really in on this peace treaty, like say like the Nefandis, the Black Spiral Dancers, people like that, usually they're still out and out causing trouble, making people disappear, doing horrible things, you know, same old evil group kind of thing.
Right.
But there hasn't really been much information on that. There hasn't been any like recent disappearances. No one's died in like the last 3 days. At least nothing that is either supernatural or anything that can't be explained away. It's a lull so far from what you've seen. And normally when something like that happens, usually it means that there is something going on. Someone is planning something bigger, and they're basically enforcing the peace to make sure that nothing disrupts their plans. Also, one of the things that you can see is it looks like in a couple of days, about 2 days from now, the CEO of Pentex himself is coming to Empty Springs.
Oh, that should be interesting.
But otherwise, there isn't much else that they're able to tell you. There's not much else going on so far. At least nothing that anyone is really willing to share with you from just your conventional contacts that you have as an investigator. You might be able to go to specific people and ask, but just like, hey, calling up normal contacts, not much. You'd have to go to like a specific character if you wanted more.
The werewolves never mentioned their connections with Marcone, did they? Oh wait, or did Cody? Was Cody Marcone?
No.
Okay.
Can have it. I'm honestly gonna leave the loot.
I don't believe that Cody actually knows Marcone.
Hmm.
I don't remember for sure, though.
I'm certain he knows who he is.
So cool thing about Twitch is
Oh yeah,
Fair,
Cody knows
probably
the
does.
mayor. Cody knows the mayor. Yeah, he would know of Marcone.
But
Even if he hasn't met him, you would know Marcone.
Fair.
And then there's still the body of the child that we're trying to solve.
Like how everyone in Gotham knows the Waynes. The Waynes don't really do terribly much, but like, they're a name that people know.
Marcone is involved in the city.
Like
Very
the
much so.
Kardashians. Like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Kardashians. Everybody knows the Kardashians, but what do they actually do?
Drama.
Furry, what are you gonna be up to?
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Ron_Zim says perfect.
Oh, hello, my darling knight. You called? In such a perfect manner as well.
I thought you'd appreciate that. Well, it seems that the tournament is over, and as such, I am in between tasks. I figured I would reach out and fulfill my end of the bargain, at least a bit, if you had anything in particular that you wished for me to do.
Oh.
I found Explosivo.
Domino is going to smile.
They deal a lot of damage, yes.
This is Cody doing the bonk.
Domino is going to lean down. Somehow he's taller than you right now, despite normally not being taller. But he's taller than you right now. And he reaches out and boops you on the nose. Oh, that is simply adorable, darling. I love the initiative. Absolutely love it, darling. However, I am currently working on that exact thing of getting your next task set up. I still have some preparation work to do and still setting things up, darling. You understand how these things can be and how much time it can take. But I promise by the end of, I think today, I should have everything set up for a grand announcement for you, my knight. Oh, it shall be simply delightful, I promise you. Also, I must say, darling, that was an absolutely spectacularly perfect way of dealing with the Marauder in a way that nobody could have seen coming. Yes, I know it was your friend who did it, darling. However, she is a member of your retinue, and as you are my knight, therefore it reflects upon me. And I must simply say, that was fabulous. Mwah. A more perfect ending I could not have written myself.
I am glad that you are pleased.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, darling. Very, very pleased. In fact, I am so pleased that I may be offering you and yours a little token of my esteem in the near future. Though, of course, I have to ensure that it's absolutely perfect, darling, so it takes a little bit of time for these things to come through.
I can hardly wait.
Oh, I'm out of dynamite.
Oh, very
I
not,
can hear
darling.
your teeth.
Oh, guess we're opening
What
back
was
up.
that, Kerr?
Oh, darling, no need to thank me. I'm always happy to give my knight whatever he needs.
I'm sure you are.
Have more health.
Now, is there anything else that you need from me, darling, while I'm here, or shall I go back to my preparations?
No, that was all. I simply wanted to
Did you kill Rat?
potentially avoid an outrageous situation later, but very well.
Oh, don't worry, darling. I shall invite you and your little retinue to my next gala, and I shall make the announcements then. I do hope you look forward to it, darling.
Yep. Totally.
Ciao, darling. I'll see you soon. As he vanishes into a pillar of salt.
Discomfort rising.
I just need like one thing so I don't starve.
Cody is dying.
Hey, Warren.
Mm-hmm.
There's a knock on the entrance to your sanctum.
I'll open up. Hello.
And standing there is a woman with black hair, beautiful white skin, and a black dot over one eye as she smiles at you. Ah, Warren Peace.
Speaking.
Delightful to make your acquaintance. You may call me Anamad. I was hoping I might be able to have a moment of your time.
Come in, come in.
Thank you, darling. And she will step inside. My apologies for simply showing up on your doorstep as this is. However, recent events have happened, and I wished to reach out to you with a bit of a business proposition.
What would that be?
You see, my dear brother has shifted the balance of power between us. We're a bit of a rival within our family, I guess you could say. And I wish to shift that balance back. And so I wish to reach out with a proposition if you would be willing to consider working for me part-time.
No, thank you. I don't really deal with the affairs of the fair folk.
He smiles and nods. I understand, darling. I do wish to forward, though, that I can be very generous and helpful with your own personal goals. I wouldn't be asking for much, you see. I simply need someone to help balance out between me and my brother.
I understand, but I know that that would also be working against Cody's goals.
As always, I simply might need you to claim something for me instead, if you were both sent after the same thing.
Well, I think I'll take some time and ponder upon it.
Of course. I thank you for your time.
The wizard needs to ponder the orb.
And with that, she will take her leave.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And Portia, if you would like to do your scene with Warren.
So, yeah, Portia arriving. Would she have seen the fair folk departing?
You'd be arriving right when you would see Anamad leaving.
The hell was that about?
Oh, hey, Portia.
I'm not gonna ask any questions about what that was. Warren, I wanted to bring something up because I kind of screwed up. I made a promise to you, and I did not follow through with that. I promised that I would let the whole thing with the werewolves and the time hole thing go. Then I rubbed it right in your face. That was wrong.
I understand you're under a lot of stress right now.
More that I should have been able to let that go so that we can continue to function as a unit, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I've been having a really hard time with that because the after effects of that's permanent. I can't fix this. I mean, I could make an attempt, but could end up making it worse. But I want us to be able to continue functioning as a unit. I want to be able to actually let go of this. That's why I'm not having this nagging voice in the back of my head constantly. And this is... Screw it, I might as well just go ahead with it.
Joke.
I'm hoping that one of my fuck-ups can mathematically cancel out another one. A perfect opposite. Seriously? Of all the times, now he's busy?
Well, you know that Onamod just came in here. They're having some sort of game right now.
That journal that I mentioned the journal just in case I died in the arena so that you would know where to look for it. When I made the deal to have that journal preserved, I was very emotional at the time. I was making a lot of stupid and brash decisions, such as not being able to let a feud go. I may have screwed up the phrasing ever so slightly. I phrased it as that he would keep the book safe. I failed to specify that I would get the book back. And I've learned a little bit about how fair folk work since then. Something I honestly should have learned a long time ago. Better late than never. I want to give Domino my frustrations towards you in exchange for the book. A true clean slate.
Now, are you sure you want to do that? Giving out emotions is something very powerful, and you will fill a hole where those were.
What's the alternative? Keep having it nagging at the back of my head constantly?
Living life is the way we are. I understand that my magic is a little bit more frustrating than yours. I live a little bit more towards the paradoxical side.
There are times I want to strangle you, yes. I don't think that I wouldn't be able to do it, too. I could resuscitate you, then strangle you again. Get maybe like 20 cycles of that before your heart gives out.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I could cause some sort of paradox to have it stop.
You could cause paradox pouring a cup of coffee. We have the equipment to make that happen. Look, I'm just gonna... I guess I'll just keep trying to take it one day at a time right now.
We're still a Chantry. We still need to work together.
I know. I want to be able to trust you more, and as reckless as your methods may be, they have been getting results, so I guess I can't argue with that. And it's not like I haven't taken some risks of my own recently.
Oh yeah, I have to congratulate you on completing something that hasn't been done before.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that over the last hour or so. But yeah,
I did let another Chantry know that he was taken care of.
define taken care of.
They think he's dead.
All right. For the time being, I really don't want more people to know. I talked to Spider God guy because, well, I have an agreement to share new medical discoveries, and I'm pretty sure super gluing a soul back together counts as a new medical discovery. So he knows, and he lost his shit. So
Oh yeah, what did Panda want? I mean, Tanuki want us to call him.
I don't even remember. Oh wait, Tycoon.
Tycoon? Okay. And how's he doing after all this?
He's still out as far as I know.
He is indeed. He's in one of the guest rooms at the moment. Asleep.
He stabbed a weaver in the face. I don't even know if he... Physically, he's fine. Mentally, I don't have a clue.
And you're the one closest with him. Which affiliation do you think he'd be closest to?
I have no clue. He was alone, he was afraid, he was confused. He's all over the place. There was very little for me to read. Right now he's Schrodinger's mage. We won't know anything until he wakes up. Both literally and metaphorically. So yeah, I wanted you to know that I kind of, I know it sounds corny, but reality looks a little bit different now ever since then. I can't really quite describe it, and some things are more in perspective. So I'm gonna be trying harder to work as part of the team, be trusting of your guys' abilities, have faith that you actually know what the hell you're doing, and stop being such a coward.
I'll give you a hint. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing.
I'm trying not to panic right now, if you don't mind.
But remember, Fae deal in emotions. How much do you want the book back?
It's got a fair amount of important information in it, and if it turns out that any of Tycoon's memories are messed up, that's the black box.
Have you tried just asking Domino for it?
Well, I was about to, but he didn't show up, so I don't know what's going on with those two right now. You said they're playing a game or something?
Anamod was saying how she wants me to play against her brother. Say if Cody is trying to get something, I give it to her instead.
Sibling rivalry. It's the same in every plane. I'm assuming you said no.
I said I'd think about it.
Not as good as no, but I'll take it. I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. Wake me up if Tycoon wakes up.
Understandable. Don't forget to have your cup of coffee.
I'll have that after the nap, otherwise I won't be able to sleep.
Have a good nap.
Yeah, she's gonna head off to her quarters.
So how is Cody relaxing now?
I've got no idea.
Going to go play with his guns in his armory?
They're just tools. Fun tools,
Those take
but still
longer
just
than
tools.
them, but I think they should.
Zam,
Don't come next to me. I'm
What?
do I know that you know the only difference between a tool and a toy?
Ooh, vampires.
Yes.
How much fun you're having using it.
Yes and
Other than that,
Mm.
there is no difference.
I feel like
So
there's
magic
other
is a toy.
differences.
that you kill vampires.
Warren, no. Right.
I guess.
I know we're sharing.
I don't know.
Trying to survive the vampires.
Reinhardt, what would you be up to once you make it back from your walk around through the town, seeing your various contacts?
Hmm. Honestly, a good question. I don't really have a lot of leads, it seems. Probably just relax, take some time to think, find some of the booze that Cody hasn't hidden yet, and drink some of those.
All right. Let's see. Could someone roll me a d4, please?
The thing here is just like the only thing that comes to mind for me is going and playing video games, and that's not entertaining. I don't know what else to do.
I mean, considering the stressful crap they just went through, they need some downtime.
Okay, I guess Cody'll, I don't know, go check on his Martens. Sure.
Like we have a good.
Your Martins are doing very, very well so far. They look to be very well taken care of, and it seems Ferris has also been spoiling them a little bit. and many of them come running over to you when you enter the little area that they are staying at within the home. They are spirit martens, after all.
Wait, they are?
Remember way back, you made the when you got Marticus?
Oh yeah, he's the
Mhm.
familiar.
But there are others.
Also, it's Martokyo.
Martokyo, sorry, I was thinking of the other one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. You named it Martokyo?
I
Yes.
don't have room for the push, by the way.
I thought that the other Martens were just, normal.
No, these are very, very, very minor spirits.
Spider biome,
They are basically martins, but they got a little flair to them.
Spider biome I'm not super happy with.
Because part of his whole income is he, breeds them and sells them as pets to those that he feels will take proper care of them.
Oh, no. You also have normal ones. I thought you were going to see the special ones that you helped.
Ooh, this is just a loot.
I really don't remember any special ones that Cody has helped. At least in this
This was-
campaign.
Yeah, this was back in like session like 1 or 2.
Ooh, shoot.
Does anybody else remember this?
Can you grab the push?
Yep.
Vaguely.
Here. Take
Huh.
I have no recollection at all.
Oh, that wasn't-
Well, okay, I guess he'll play with those ones.
Yes,
I
they'd be
have
very,
zero
very.
recollection.
Well, you see, I can now dash. so
Anyways,
I'm not as afraid of
go ahead.
You act like this campaign is spanned over several seasons or something.
They would be very happy to play with you and basically just kind of entertain you, and it does feel nice.
Holy crap, actually, when was episode 1 for this season?
We're on season 1 still. We have only had
Yeah, I know.
19 episodes.
Yes. Okay, when I was mentioning seasons, I was like seasons of the year. Because didn't we start back in spring?
I don't know if we can
Oh.
make them, but we can
Yes,
make better
somewhere
rolls
around
soon.
there.
Including
Oof.
we just have to let what was at the house.
Yeah, Mage started on January 23rd of this year.
It's almost been 1 year.
But yes, you are playing with your Matons. Reinhardt.
Yes.
Hang on a second. For you, Portia.
Portia's sleeping.
Portia is sleeping.
Yeah, she went straight to bread. Went straight to bed.
One
She
moment.
needs some she needs some rest after that.
One moment. My thing went wonky, so I was resetting it. All right. Hey, Portia. You are currently in your lab.
Oh boy. And what's going on in my lab?
A raid is currently going on.
not Tuesday yet.
Also, there is a little party going on, and all of your mice are currently dancing on a little dance floor that's installed into a table that has little glowing lights as the floor tiles of the table.
Oh boy. I really, really want to play up the accurate reaction to this scene, but I can't bring myself to actually say it. Yeah. Whitney, get down from there. Algernon, no, leave that vial alone.
It is now shifted to disco. A little disco ball has been hung up by one of the mice, and they've all shifted to disco dancing.
I like how you named one Algernon.
Their names are Whitney, Algernon, and Einstein.
There's also another dozen that you don't remember getting.
They've bred.
So, among the trying to keep the mice in line as they are having a rave, do I have the option of rolling perception for her to realize that this is quite evidently a dream?
Yes. That would be a perception awareness.
I'm so glad that I invested a point into this recently. And 7 is the cutoff?
Yep, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I got 2.
Yeah, you realize this is a dream. Do you have any dots in mind?
Any dots?
Yes.
Points.
Points.
I do have 1 dot in mind.
Roll irritate for me.
Oh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good job. Portia, how much paradox do you have?
None at the moment. Remember, it went boom at the end of the thing.
All right, so Portia, with that roll, yeah, you realize this is not a normal dream. This is someone is in your head. Someone is in this dream with you right now. And as you turn around, you see Domino sitting at your desk watching you with a smile on his face.
Okay, we're gonna have to establish some boundaries. What goes on inside my head is generally supposed to be private.
Hello to you too, darling. It's such a delight to see you again.
Sorry about the summoning earlier. As it turns out, I actually didn't need your help there.
Oh, no, darling. You think nothing of it. I am more intrigued by what you did.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that lately.
I wonder why.
Apparently, I'm the first person to ever do it. Yeah, I guess nobody else is ever willing to, reach their hand into the blender.
Well, normally, most wouldn't even try to do what you did.
Just saw a scared kid. He needed to know that there's somebody there who was actually going to help him. He needed to know that there was an escape.
Oh, darling. Don't you know how humans can be?
Well, I mean, I've put some extra special effort into being a human to the best of my ability, so I'm kind of familiar with them. Please tell me that you understand comedy.
I know of it.
Well, make sure not to waste my good material. So, is this a casual visit, or is there a reason why my lab is a rave?
Oh, that was more your mind than anything. I just set the scene of of a place familiar to you.
I do like nightclubs. But still, though, is there something that you needed?
Indeed. There is something I wish to talk to you about.
Is it about your sister? Because I'm trying my best to stay out of that.
About Anamad?
Yeah.
No.
So then what are you wanting to?
What I wish to talk to you about is what you did. And perhaps if I may be able to interest you in assisting me in future endeavors and projects that I have.
If you're wanting me to attempt to do that a second time, I'm pretty sure this was a, stars align type thing. I don't think I could pull it off a second time. As for other things you'd want my help with, I do still owe you a favor, so I would be doing that regardless.
He seems to consider that for a moment. It's more, there are things I am attempting to do, and I believe your skills could be very useful in what I have planned to do.
I'm listening.
I wish to... He kind of puts a hand to his chest. I feel like there could be something wrong with my soul.
Oh boy. So where to start with that one? You How about you describe the symptoms first and we can start from there?
It's more... He seems to kind of pause and tries to figure out what to say. I suppose I feel incomplete. I feel like there is something missing from my life. From me. And it is making me. He actually shivers. Imperfect.
Hate to break it to you, but longing is part of the human condition.
How do you get rid of it?
There's no cure, there's only palliatives.
Nonsense. There must be a way to deal with this disgusting feeling.
You know what? You know why it is that humans are constantly driven to create? It's because of that feeling of longing, that feeling of emptiness. You're constantly looking for something to fill that gap. Humans are constantly craving, oftentimes things that they can't have. So they work on creating the means so that they can have it. And if the longing gets too intense and they have no way to obtain it, that's what drives some people to just destroy that thing if they can't have it themselves. There's a lot of the human condition that comes down to that feeling of emptiness.
So, what you're telling me then is that I need to make something.
Yeah. I do fully appreciate the implications of that.
What is it that I need to make then, darling?
That wouldn't be for me to decide. That's the whole thing when it comes to creating, is that you're the one making it. If you work together with somebody else, then you can both give input into the thing that gets made. But in general, when you're creating, it comes, this is waxing metaphorical, but it comes from within.
So what you're telling me is I need to work with you then, darling.
Not me specifically. I'm understandably a little exhausted at the moment. However,
I so have
Give
to
me-
butt in here. Domino needs to do some soul searching.
oh hey, look, there it is. He found it. Could you give me maybe a day of downtime? Just one day where things aren't exploding. That's all I ask.
Don't worry, darling. I'm already waiting to the end of the day in order to talk to my knight about his quest that he'll be going on.
I'm sure that'll be fun for him.
Oh yes, I hope you all will enjoy it, as it's going to be for all of you, of course.
You know, okay, so how about this? Baby steps kind of thing. Everything that you do, it centers around salt, right? Salt
Well,
is the perfect material.
indeed it is.
How about you do an inventory? Everything that you have that's made of salt, find something that isn't there. Find out what you don't have made of salt. And then create it. You make that thing rather than going and taking it from somewhere else. You get some salt and you create that thing out of it.
Well, I already know what I'm lacking, so that's very simple.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
What would that thing that you're lacking be?
Well, it's very simple, darling. I'm lacking a human being made of salt. I will simply have to figure out how to make a human being out of salt.
That's a... You do know what babies are, right? And the size of steps they take.
Babies are simply small mortals, yes?
Yeah, it's the starter pack.
Is Portia willing to give Domino a baby?
No.
I fail to see how this has anything to do with making a human out of salt.
I'm. This is dealing with some esoterica, and I've spent the majority of my life living inside creation, inside the vital plane, the physical world. It can be hard to wrap my mind around the wild sometimes. I would like to bounce this off of the others in the group. If you're wanting to pursue resolving that emptiness, then that is something that we could all help with. But it's such... Well, I mean, in and of itself, it's something that's new. I have no idea where to start.
But you've already given me the wonderful advice.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess that is a start. I just wish that I had more than just the loose framework. But there's one important thing that you do need to be aware of.
And what is that, darling?
And that is that no matter how bad things can be, no matter how good things can be, that's the natural state of the human soul to come back to an equilibrium. That slight, dull longing. So, if after you've achieved something that feels like some accomplishment, something that brings you that joy, that feeling of fulfillment, don't be surprised, don't be alarmed if that feeling starts to fade over time. That just means it's time to go and create something else.
But what could be greater than creating a human out of salt?
Sometimes it's not about making greater things. Sometimes it's just about doing it itself. I mean, there are people that keep bonsai gardens. Those trees, they can be... Each one's unique. I wouldn't say that any of them are perfect. And if they were perfect, then they wouldn't need to keep trimming them.
Obviously, there's improvements to be made then.
Exactly.
But
the reason why this is so difficult is that the state of perfection is a state of stagnation. It is a static thing. But creation directly objects to that which is static. Creation demands change, which is why I'm struggling so hard to find an integration here.
Which is why you became a mage.
Wait, so what you were saying then that in order for the world to be perfect, it simply needs to be made of salt, and then it will reach perfection.
What have you done?
Um. Uh. Maybe dial it back a little bit.
But you've answered the question that I've been asking for almost 1,000 years now, of why this mortal world is so imperfect. Why shouldn't I figure out a way to bring my great perfection to this entire planet?
Well, because where would you get your emotions from then?
Oh, darling, everything will be fine once it's made of salt. It will be simply an improvement.
Maybe let's hold off on the genocide for the moment. I would very much like to wake up now so that I can discuss this with the others.
As you wake up.
Why do I get the feeling that she just like as she wakes up, she opens her eyes, he's still sitting in the exact same position that he was when she was in the dream.
Ah, yes, he is sitting on your bed. No, Domino is not a villain. Domino is whatever he needs to be for the current story he is telling, in the most perfect fashion, of course.
And he can read
yeah,
chat.
I suppose that's fair. He's not a villain, but sometimes he is. Sometimes he's not. Other times,
Domino is Domino.
Yeah, Domino does what Domino wants.
The most perfect card, of course, for calling me here.
See, this is the monkey's paw that I get for taking so much time to think out a potential solution for her screwing up the deal before. And now
No.
this scene's happening, and I'm completely at a loss.
Don't worry, darling. I will be calling in my debt shortly. You've already taken the first step to repaying me, though.
But yeah, basically, you want to work on creating. The thing that you need to look for is what isn't there. You need to measure things by the absences, measure things by the empty spaces, and then think of what you can do to fill in those empty spaces.
So all I need to do is find out where I'm empty and then rip it out of someone and put it in.
That would be taking, that wouldn't be creating.
I fail to see the difference, darling.
Well, when you take it, there's still only one of that thing.
So then I tear it into two?
But then you'd only have two half things. It still adds up to only one.
Then how do you make something from nothing, then?
Well, you can copy. You can mix together experiences. You can find inspiration. See the things that you like, in your case it'd be salt. And combine that with things that you would like to have, I guess.
What I would like to have. Darling, I have everything I could possibly ever desire at the tip of my fingers.
No
Which is why
magic.
I'm wondering why I feel this way.
I think you just summed up every single rich kid ever.
So perhaps I should go and pick their brains then for information on why I feel this way.
You wouldn't find much.
Also, I just want to say this to Zim because I know Zim would get this. I'm now starting to imagine Domino with Lucifer's voice.
Oh my god, yes.
I can see it.
I can see it too. Detective, you're brilliant. You've given me the answer. No,
Yes.
step back.
Yes. That's not usually how I imagine it, but now it's like my voice is my imagination for Domino's voice is slipping into that.
You want
But
Domino to be creative. Just give him a pencil and paper and say no magic.
See, this is why I need to consult with the others. Now, can you say that on the other side of the fourth wall?
Well, then go right ahead, darling. I won't get in your way.
Did Domino just break the fourth wall inside the fourth wall break?
Yes.
That's like 8 walls. There's too many walls.
Ew, darling, nothing can keep me in.
Giggity? I need to go talk to the others. We'll say the magic word once we've got something figured out, I guess.
He'll nod and wave and snap his fingers, and you will appear in Cody's study, along with Cody, who currently has 3 Martens on him, Reinhardt, and Warren.
I'm still on my freaking Hi, Cody.
Well, I guess we should be grateful. Oh, actually. Well, I suppose we should be grateful that you don't sleep in the buff.
Yeah, I used to. So I'm grateful too. So, you know the whole Domino soul thing.
Yes, you done fucked up.
So I'm guessing you talked to Domino about the
Wait, do you
notebook.
just like have a... Hold on a moment, Warren. Do you just have a live feed?
At least out of character here. As far as I'm aware, yes, he does, but...
Yes, he does.
Okay. Yes, I do have a live feed. I'm aware of everything that, Domino is. It is exceedingly... weird.
Yeah, you're wired. Your wiretapping.
Darling, you know you love
one.
it. You get to witness my perfection firsthand.
And he talks to me nonstop.
Yeah, I can imagine that wiretapping an extra dimensional entity can become a pain in the ass after a while. Yeah, so you know, but Warren, so that you're up to speed. Where's Reinhardt?
I was just about to say, perhaps we should bring Reinhardt.
As Reinhardt appears.
Thank you, Domino, though I was just going to bring him here myself, but that works as well.
We could save
Darling, of
so
course.
much on... We could save so much on gas using this. Reinhardt, Warren, how best to put this? Domino has discovered boredom.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe it'll be good for him.
Okay, so I was just trying to sleep. Literally, I was sleeping. I was not doing anything.
I just have to play this.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Ronda
That's where I
Scores
was
says
going with the
perfect.
boredom thing.
I mean, that's basically the exact phrase he was talking about there.
Yeah, so something dream invasion, something I fumbled with my words, and he wants to learn how to create.
Portia
So did you
here
give him-
was basically suggesting that she give him a baby, though I don't know
I did
why.
not. I did not.
To be fair, I can see how he took it that way as well.
Oh, that. So you're. Oh, of course. I'm just gonna have to like use freaking flashcards when talking to Faye in the future. I cannot keep my words straight and not walk right into the fine print.
Oh, you didn't walk into it. You tripped, fell into it, and then got tangled up in it like a spider web.
Golly,
Cody,
I wasn't
will
even
hide.
trying. I was simply trying to have a normal, calm conversation with her.
Cody,
Yes, Domino, I do not
I-
hold this against you at all. This is entirely her fault.
Cody, I will hide every single battery in the house.
That sounds like a declaration of war, my knight. Shall we prepare a glorious army to invade?
No. We do not need to go to war with Portia.
You just need the special.
But
Wait,
then
wait,
we can-
hold on. He's a tech mage. He doesn't need batteries, doesn't he?
But if
I-
we defeat Portia in glorious combat, we can claim her by right of conquest, and therefore she can then tell me what I need to know. I fail to see
I'm
how this is
already
a very
trying.
downside.
Also, why were we talking about
Did you get the?
So, first off,
Domino
as
and
far as
For the
I'm
love of-
aware,
Just
Domino.
give me a moment.
As far as I'm aware, only Cody is hearing this stuff from Domino right now, right?
Yeah, only Cody hears this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Give me a moment. She's gonna walk over to Reinhardt and just scribble on his forehead to. She's gonna create a sigil to just filter his blood really quick to get all the alcohol out.
Cody is.
Roll Arete.
Cody
As
is
you're doing
specifically
this-
saying this stuff out loud for the record.
As you're drawing on his forehead, he's like doing like the sort of like hand wavy thing where he's like, "Hey, get off me."
Do I need
Don't
to roll
botch
for
this.
this?
Yes. Roll Arete, don't botch.
Oh no! Even him swatting, I accidentally draw it backwards. He gets super drunk.
Okay, you're good. Yes. Reinhardt, one moment you're very drunk, the next you're perfectly sober. In fact, you feel more sober than you've been in years. And your liver also feels much better.
Oh,
And your magic is gone.
Yeah.
Don't scare him like that.
how many of you guys had seen that Tintin movie? Anyone? No one?
And I know what Tintin is, but I have never seen any media related to Tintin.
So there was a Tintin movie not long ago, and there's this whole scene where the captain is just looking down at himself like, my hands, they're calm. I can sense everything. No, I'm sober!
You maniacs! I've sobered up! Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
When the adult in the party is Tintin.
Yeah. There, you better, Reinhardt?
Yes. I think so.
Can you help me unfuck this situation?
My knight, tell me, why would she wish to fuck object of which does not actually exist.
Well, you see, Domino, some people have fantasies of creatures
You
that
misinterpreted
don't
Chuck, didn't he?
exist. That yes, Portia, he did. But either way, to answer the question, some people really want to, shall we say, ride a dragon.
That is
And
not what I meant by that.
Can I
well,
summon a dragon then? I could do so
no,
for her.
no. You do not need to court Portia. I'm sorry,
I-
but she is just outright
Courting
not
Portia.
interested.
Interesting idea, my knight.
It isn't. Yeah. No.
She could complete my perfection in a way that has not yet been done, and therefore raise my levels of perfection, perhaps 10 or 20 whole percent.
Hold on, Domino. First off, allow me to finish my explanation. While, yes, we do know that dragons exist, the vast majority of the population do not. However, they still fantasize about doing so. So that would be why she wants to do that with something that does not exist.
I do not want to. Okay,
Is that clear?
I can fill in the gaps in this conversation. I know what you're saying, and that is not true in the slightest.
Are you with me so far, Domino?
Why should not simply ask me? I would be more than delighted to help her out here.
Okay, so we're going to need to have a talk regarding your efforts to court Portia, but that will definitely be something to be held later.
Bear
You
it
do
back. I'm
not
gonna go
want
build
to
an
be-
EMP.
You do not want to push it too hard.
I do not need to hear about pushing right now.
Anyways, you were saying, Portia.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just gonna stop talking.
That sounds like she needs perhaps she needs a new brain installed within her body. I know someone who does delightful brain surgery.
Oh, no, definitely no. She does not need a new brain. That would actually destroy who she is. And we don't want that. Actually, one moment. Portia, do you want a new brain?
This one works fine.
Always ask for consent.
I'm very attached to this brain.
Okay. So no, she does not want a brain. She is attached to it as she's... Actually, one more moment, Domino. Portia, you do realize that by being given a new brain, it will involve, of course, removing that attachment to the old one, yes?
You are not swapping my brain. This brain, this soul, this consciousness, all three, one package deal. They stick together. That's just how it is.
Okay, well, you heard that, Domino. So no new brain.
Well, fine. I'm still very confused by what she's going on about, though, and why it's so troubling to her.
I will be honest, I am confused as well.
You started it.
And Portia, you were saying he needed something creative? How about have him do something without using his magical powers?
There's an idea.
A creative test.
Ooh. You have good ideas.
And just what sort of tests?
They are proposing that you attempt to create something without you just snapping your fingers. Such as a normal person might, take a block of wood and cut it and carpentry, They might use various tools to shave away bits of the wood to create something new, perhaps a statue of some sort, or they could form a table.
And why would I do that without my powers?
There is a certain luxury to be enjoyed in the simple process of actually working by hand, manually, without the use of magic.
Domino, let me put it like this. How often do you take the process? Oh?
Do keep in mind that you are only hearing Cody's side of this.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, it's been very, very difficult for me not to meta on this. I'm trying so hard to keep track of what parts of the conversation I actually can hear.
Right. Reinhardt says nothing then. Well, actually, hold on. What was the last thing Cody said?
He was suggesting carpentry.
And you're just talking. It's just a one-way connection to Domino.
Mm-hmm.
And I
You're aware
assume
he's
I'm
telling
aware.
it all. Yeah,
Okay.
you know he's talking to Domino.
Okay, why is Domino not here right now?
Domino is preparing something or other off somewhere. I honestly do not know, but he's doing his own thing right now.
And I asked to be able to run all this past all of you. Domino being an active participant in the conversation is just a byproduct of Cody being an active wiretap.
Well, if you like, I can go off and discuss the finer details of courting you with Domino in private.
So why are you trying to marry Domino?
She
Cody?
apparently wants to give him a baby.
Cody,
Oh,
at some
Yes.
point in the next couple days, you're going to find a neodymium magnet in a place you really don't want it to be.
Lucky for me, I know you can't afford that.
What, a neodymium magnet? They're like $10 on eBay.
Exactly.
oh, burn.
Go down to the crafts section in Walmart. You can find them there and walk out with it.
Cody, I get that you're making a joke there, but you have to realize on a certain level, Domino doesn't realize that it's a joke, and I would really, really rather not be married to a fair folk. So if you could just stop, that'd be great.
Oh, very well. Domino, no, you are not courting Portia.
What about Reinhardt then?
You know, that could work. I have the feeling that perhaps, in fact, he would actually be very easy to court. You see,
Wait, what?
he really enjoys tanks.
I mean, I enjoy tanks, but I'm not marrying a Fey folk.
Okay.
Tell him I
so-
have good alcohol.
Oh, yes, that would probably help. Reinhardt, he has good alcohol.
He has Fey alcohol. I know I'm not drinking that.
Oh no, I have the top of the line from the mortal world as well.
He has the top of the line from the mortal world as well.
Of course he does.
As a bottle
not-
appears in front of you, Reinhardt.
That's
Swings.
functionally a wedding ring. Do not touch it.
You're starting to get it now.
Well,
Okay, chat, I hope you guys are making clips.
Oh no!
There are so many clippable moments here.
Oh my god.
Anyways, carry on, Reinhardt.
I am in pain.
uh, hmm. So, why does he want to marry me now?
I don't even know.
Well, obviously, as Portia has said, I need to complete myself and fill in the empty spots that I am missing. I do not have a significant other, therefore I should find one.
He says he needs to find a significant other in order to fill in the missing spots that he has. This was Portia's
No.
idea.
No, do not pin this all on me.
You'll need to take that up with your potential future husband, Portia.
Remember how I said the emptiness that you'd feel?
Does Domino understands the concept of love?
Just for clarification, we're indoors right now, right? I mean,
Yes.
or in there
You're
wood
in-
furniture.
You're in Cody's study at the moment.
Oh, I should have used burnt iron or something to upgrade my shovel and pick
And Cody is sitting at his desk with 3 Martens on him. You know.
So you should tell Yuna that you won't be available.
She's just going to take the armrest on a chair, just kind of pluck away some of the wood and flick it at him.
What?
Because she can manipulate the plants, she's going to attempt to basically it's a combination of flicking him out of frustration and also vandalizing the furniture.
Ah. Portia, that chair is worth more than you make in about a decade.
And I could make one of these chairs.
Are we making furniture now? Shall I get in on it? There's now a chair shaped like a marten in the room.
No. And Portia, no, your counterfeit would not be sufficient.
I don't know how this conversation turned into finding a bride for Domino, but
Because
Right
of
now.
Cody.
yeah, that tracks. Right now, I have been awake for entirely too long. The brief rest that I had was very interrupted. I have no idea how to resolve this situation.
Would it be in the notebook that you let Domino hold?
The notes that were in that were
Oh,
pertaining to
right.
Tycoon.
Domino, could we get this notebook back, please?
Of course. Once she pays me back, of course.
I mean, I'm
Alright.
still bound to pay the debt back, even if you gave me the notebook first, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
You have to pay back what you owe first.
See, this is part of that fuck up that I mentioned. I didn't specify order of operations.
I will say, Portia, there is the possibility of offering your hand in marriage,
sure you have
and then
that?
he
I
gives that to
wanna
you
make
as
sure
a
before
wedding gift.
How expensive did you say this chair was?
Portia, do you want to borrow my staff?
Oh no,
bonk?
I don't need that. I can rot this with my bare hands.
I'm just saying, he's Domino's champion. This'll hurt more.
I have a reasonable amount of money. If I was really, really pissed off at him, I would just buy a meteorite and then smack him in the face with it.
I
So,
thought I did not get Domino's weakness to.
Cold iron will still affect you a little bit because of your connection to him.
I found out a way you can
Ah.
use vampires, and I find it
It's
so
kind of like how when Barney puts on the Fey armor, he's now
It's
weak
so
to
far
face stuff,
away, they'll go and
but
go
only when
back
he's wearing the Fey armor.
Because Fey magic, no one knows why. Fey magic, the fair folk, anything that is created by them, anything that is done by them, literally their own bodies and such, cannot abide the touch of iron.
So basically they're just allergic to it. They break out in hives.
Oh no, it will kill them.
No, I'm talking about Cody.
Alright, Portia, why don't you go ahead and start from the beginning and explain to the others how you have fucked up, and hopefully get your point across in a more concise manner.
Which fuck up are we discussing?
The one that has resulted in Domino thinking that you were offering your hand in marriage.
I'm curious. You said kind of.
I'm trying to give advice on how to satisfy that need to create, but I really suck at talking to extra dimensional entities.
I will say, if you were to give him advice, that could be offered as payment for the book.
Which is why I'm here right now having this discussion. I really, really do not want to be here, but well, this conversation has to happen, so if you can just not betroth me for another 10 minutes or so, that does not mean to do so at 11 minutes.
And then at the 11th
Woodworking-
minute,
The woodworking thing sounded like a good idea.
Now, would he just have to create with his own hands without magic?
so how did we go from betrothal to woodworking?
We didn't go from betrothal to woodworking, went from woodworking to betrothal, and then I yanked it back because no.
I'm still confused as to the connection.
Well, I mean, I could draw a connection between being betrothed to someone and working with wood, but I believe that
Because-
would be a bit of a crude joke.
I was thinking the
because-
same thing, but I didn't want to say so.
Because at the root of what Domino's feeling right now is a malaise. And You could fulfill that through creation, or you could fulfill that through as having a significant other. That is the common thread. I am not going to go down that second path. So we are carving wood blocks. We can start with carving this chair. Really, really wish that Alexis wasn't passed out right now. I feel like he would probably have some interesting ideas.
Well, darlings, I do have a question for you.
What is your question that only Cody can hear?
I've stepped away, but Cody, for now, will relay word for word.
As he says that, Domino appears, and he is sitting on the Marten chair, looking at all of you.
Please tell me that thing isn't moving.
It is chittering and currently now rubbing at its head.
So uncomfortable.
Hello, Domino. I'm not marrying you.
Yet, darling, yet. But
Yeah.
business before pleasure. I'm also okay with a multiple relationship if both you and Portia wish to marry me.
You know, for half a second there, I had the impulse to say I would rather die first. But then I realized that that wouldn't be a deal breaker. And that just increases the fear.
Oh, don't worry about it, darling. Now, I have a question for you. I am wondering if you would all be willing to assist my knight in his duties.
You can't marry Cody.
No, darling, Cody is my knight.
You know how uncouth that would be?
That's what I have a knight for when I can't do it.
Yeah, he's basically a concubine. You can't be a concubine and a husband. It doesn't work like that.
This who?
Oh, I have no idea what has happened with this session.
So, would you like to help Cody be in his knighthood?
It depends. What does that entail?
My knight must embark upon a quest. There is issues going on, and I would see it rectified. I believe there is a fair folk out causing issues in the mortal world.
I am willing to partake in a series of finite actions that would assist him in completing that goal.
My, such wordiness.
I'm trying to be careful with how I phrase it, and I still feel like I screwed up somehow.
Well, that is definitely an interesting proposal you have just made to him, Portia.
Warren, please smack Cody for me. He's not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna be swinging around the cold iron staff while Domino's right here.
Fair enough. Muzzle discipline.
Now, it is simple. There is a furfolk who is causing issues in. Oh, it's only about 4-hour drive from here. It's one of the cities up north. Go, take care of it, and then you are free to come back and do as you will.
Now, Domino, what are you offering them in return for this?
Oh, it is freely their choice if they wish to assist you.
Well, considering that this would count as progress towards paying off that debt, more generally speaking, I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. I mean, technically, yes, I do have 3 refusals remaining, but I kind of want to keep those in my back pocket just in case something shitty comes up down the road.
Yeah,
Well,
I
fair
think we'd
enough.
already. I think we'd already be helping Cody.
No, Warren. We would not already be helping Cody. We are specifically helping because we are doing this as a favor for Domino.
Well, I'll put that I'd already be helping.
Favor for Domino sounds good.
Portia's just glaring at Warren right now.
I don't want favors on either side of the Fae.
You don't want this Fae owing you a favor?
No, because that means that they'll be struggling to want to pay it back.
Yeah, just like they do to other people.
Yeah, I think
The-
the thing is that they would be making constant offers, and he doesn't want to have to deal with the offers.
Not offers. They'll be putting you into situations to have you pay off the debt.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
All right.
inconvenience.
Now, would you be willing to assist me in this?
Joke.
I would be willing to offer you in exchange if you are able to help my knight significantly. I can be
Oh,
a
wait, so you
very
said-
good.
He said an exchange. I thought he said in exchange, like he was about to say the thing that was in exchange.
No,
That's why I
if you,
was
ha- if you help Cody significantly, he's willing to offer you something in exchange for that help.
Well, I do kind of need that journal back.
He simply smiles at you, Portia. I know.
You do know that was a one-off. Next time I'll remember to be more careful with the phrasing.
You say that now, but look at how tongue-tied you've gotten, darling.
I will use writing. I will take a full week to go over the writing and make sure it's perfect, and I'll have a lawyer look at it.
Darling, you don't need to threaten me with a good time.
You want to make sure it's what?
Portia, I'm afraid that while I appreciate your efforts here, You don't speak his language.
Barely speak my language anymore.
Yes, I'll be helping Cody.
Wonderful, darling. Wonderful.
And Reinhardt?
Like I said, I can do this as a favor. Pretty sure I owe him one.
Well, I can honestly say that this is the singular most stressful situation I've ever been in while wearing nothing but a pink bunny camisole, but I would very much like to get dressed now.
Don't worry, it matches your hair.
Some people just get tunnel vision.
Cody is going to smile and pull up his little wrist computer. And
Cody,
using a
Cody?
combination of multiple circles, he's going to try
Cody?
and replace Portia's clothes with a salt, simple, similar style to what she normally wears, but made of
Cody,
salt.
you've got the domino grin. What are you doing over there?
This is going to hurt you, Portia. Portia, how much damages have you taken from your fight?
I fully healed.
Okay.
Yeah, I because I didn't have enough time to use traditional medicine, I just rolled the dice on using magic for it, and I rolled really good.
Okay. Because assault dress would assault you.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine that there's probably still, like, a few scabbed wounds and so on, bruises and stuff. So, yeah, I can imagine that would tingle just a little.
Kurt? No comment
Yes.
to that?
I was letting everyone talk first. Go ahead and roll Arate.
Oh.
4.
Yes, that is enough to happen.
So basically,
Made of
yeah,
salt, isn't it?
it's your clothing's being replaced with salt, and he's still fiddling around on his computer, looking up at you and then back down, up at you, back down, and you can actually feel like the sizing and stuff is adjusting as he looks down and fiddles with things. As he's trying to make it as close to your normal style of clothing as normal, or as he can get.
The manner is just coming together. I love it.
I am leaving now. And if, when I begin walking, this crumbles, breaks, or flakes, I expect everyone to look away. If I see any eyes pointed in my direction, they will be filled with the crumbling salt. She's just going to storm off out of the room.
I definitely do not have the same skill as yourself, Domino, but did you appreciate it?
Basically, in case you don't
Oh,
know,
darling, I thought that was fantastic.
place them down where you want.
Excellent.
But since we have them naturally small,
So, where are we headed off to?
Let me see. As he snaps his fingers and a little notebook appears in his hand. Let's see. It seems many of the disappearances have been at a location known as the Bridgeport Apartments up in Colorado Springs. I would recommend starting there.
Well, Reinhardt, I believe that your skills in particular shall be useful here.
You can sell the boat.
My skills. I suppose it's a disappearance, yes?
Yes, I believe it looks like a dozen so far.
Well, I shall break out the investigativeness. Yes.
And we just have to be careful of the chantry around there.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
The, Hootie what now?
The Chantry, the group of mages who live there.
Fair enough. So, anything else that we're gonna do then? Do you have any other information or leads for us?
Some potions don't
Not at the
help.
moment, no. I am calling in a favor ode.
And Cody's going to use his correspondence to find out where Portia is at this moment. And as soon as she's about to get back to her room, he's going to use it to teleport her back here.
You may roll your Arete.
May fall for enchantment stuff over to pieces in the menu.
3.
Since she's already on high alert, can I attempt to intercept that?
You have correspondence.
I do not. I do have Prime, but no correspondence.
What's your prime?
2.
Nope. You are not strong enough to do so. As you appear back in the room right when you were about to open the door to your room.
Domino?
Oh, well,
When I asked if I could wake up, did you actually wake me up?
Indeed.
Okay, I was just double checking because this is becoming a nightmare situation.
Portia, you remember how I told you about letting know the chantry about what happened?
Hmm.
Our talk earlier about...
Mhm. Yeah.
Looks like we're going to be seeing them sooner than later. We're heading up there.
Can I get dressed first?
I don't
No.
know, you have to ask Cody if he's done messing with you.
Right now, the only thing I can think of is which organs I could shut down to put him in extreme pain without killing him. But thankfully, luckily for him, I just can't bring myself to do that.
Yet.
Really wish I was that kind of person right now. But see, unlike certain other people, I know where to call the line on a practical joke. And that line is somewhere significantly below dressing the person in nothing but salt in the middle of the night while all they want to do is just take a nap.
Oh, I thought that you might have some other business to attend to with Domino. You know, before he heads
was-
off.
This was the business.
Do we need to call a Sertiman? A wizard's duel about this?
Cody, I cannot guarantee the safety of your next, I don't know, 10 meals. A random assortment of them just might contain laxatives. You have been warned.
Reinhardt's gonna lean into Portia. Soup.
No, I wouldn't besmirch your soup like that. The things I would want to put in it would be sacrilege.
Well, I suppose that is definitely a possibility that something might be tampered with there. However, I also could not I could not guarantee that if such a thing were to come to pass, that all of the plumbing in the manor may not be released upon your room.
No, that's fine. You mess with the plumbing, I can't water the old man anymore. Then you have to deal with him.
Well, that would be between you and him.
No, I would tell him that you stole the water.
And I would inform him that I simply delivered the water directly to your room.
They will go and use the seat.
I'm going to think of a witty one-liner. While I'm getting dressed, and then I'll get back to you with that. I will get back to you under my own power, not by teleportation.
Okay, well, go ahead.
ready to be
And Cody's
cautiously-
going to teleport her back to her room.
God damn it!
Roll irritate for me.
I swear to fuck if you botch this.
Yep,
Three.
you're good. You're fine.
Tries to actually do a nice thing, botches it, drops her in a fountain. The salt all dissolves.
I mean, to
Ma'am,
be
we're gonna
fair,
have to ask you to come down to the station now, please.
I am going to kill Cody.
Ma'am, is that a threat to someone? I'm afraid we're gonna need to talk to you.
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
All right, you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot provide one for yourself, one will be provided to you. Do you understand these rights as I've laid them out?
You get back behind the fourth wall. I have to get dressed.
I just wanted pointed out that Portia specifically said that she would get back to Cody on her own will. Nothing about her leaving.
He's slowly turning into a mini domino.
I'm so proud of him, darling.
I may just stop talking to Cody. So, Portia's trying to get dressed for the second time now.
This time you were able to. I think this is a good spot to end here, since you guys are going to be getting ready to head off to Colorado Springs in the apartment place. once we get one of our helpers back with Finch Force 5. Because the burbs may be very helpful with this.
So, here's a question for Tanya.
I just want to know what happened to Finch Forces 1 through 4.
Don't worry about
Don't worry
that.
about it.
But you have a question?
We don't talk
Go ahead.
about Finch Forces 1 through 4.
So, Tanya, who are you going to set up to take care of the tree while you're gone?
It's easy enough to set up an auto irrigation system. And I mean, the aphids are good company. I mean, I know it's not about that. It's about the routine. It's the ritual. It's the actually showing that you care. And I have no idea how I would handle this. That is the kind of question that you answer in the morning, after you've gotten dressed and had your coffee.
All right. Well, Curve, what is something you liked and what is something you feel could be improved?
I enjoyed watching you guys go so crazy with Domino. That was fun and amusing. I liked all the back and forth you guys had with him and the shenanigans. I'm not really sure on improvement because we didn't do so much. This was more of a breather episode for you guys.
All right. Portia, same questions.
I liked having an interesting window into the unusual and quirky directions that aggressive roughhousing can take when magic gets involved. Things that could be improved. Well, at least from my end, I do not know how to deal with Fae. I am seriously struggling on that front.
Everyone does. That's actually like the point of them. They're not supposed to make sense. They're not just supposed to be something that a normal person would understand. If you're able to understand them, that usually means you are crazy yourself.
So, Kerr, are we going to discuss how it is that you can perfectly emulate the Fae?
Antagonistic against
That-
what you're thinking.
Domino lives in my head. I just let him take over for a bit.
Okay, just wanted you to admit it first.
I set it up.
Yeah, he's made a deal with a Fae.
I thought it would help.
Of
He's
course.
got a
How the
timeshare
hell do
going
you
on.
think? How do you think he landed me?
Wow.
Oh, come on, Kurt. No comment on that.
No comment.
I could hear the blush.
I've laid the tip.
Check stuff out. Like, there's a pirate village you can go after. There's a snow village nearby.
Reinhardt.
Some random plains no one lived in.
No, I liked how
Something
I liked how, you know, the session was a little bit off rails, but like it was in a fun way. Like you said, lots of clippable moments here. And you know what? As long as the session is doing something like that, I think it's of value, even if it's not as focused of a game.
Well, yeah, actually expanding upon that, the having a goofing around time period, that's good for the players, and it also tracks for the characters, because sometimes you just need to let out that energy. Especially after, you know, you just saved the world.
Well, more or less saving the city.
Well, that's my
a
world.
beach episode.
Got a pet squirrel?
Yeah, exactly. A beach episode.
And
Wait
what
a
is
minute.
something-
Why is it every beach episode ends up with me having clothing issues?
It's funny.
I think you might need to examine yourself and answer that.
Well,
Why do
examining myself
you-
is pretty easy when I'm not freaking clothed properly.
Ah. So why do you allow this to happen?
Bold of you to assume I allow it.
Just saying. It's pretty sus.
Your
So
face is
anyways.
sus.
Anyways, Reinhardt, something you feel could be improved.
Truthfully, it would have been kind of nice to have a thing or two we did get done, but outside of that, yeah, like I said, I think it's more valuable that we had fun, had lots of the nice clippable moments. I think that's of most value here.
All right. And last but not least, the
Howdy.
Bonkmeister himself, Volin Peace!
Oh,
So I have the stream running turned down really low, which made a perfect echo effect for that.
Mm-hmm. So, is Tanya ready to work for Megadon Incorporated?
So how expensive would it be for me to remove pacifist from my character sheet?
It takes something that you would have to pay the experience cost that you got
Yes.
from the penalty.
I got it listed as 3 here.
Hold up.
So it
Hold
costs
up.
3 experience for you to do so. And
Hold
it would
the fucking... What?
Zim,
You
hold on a
have
second. We're
unleashed
negotiating a murder.
literal... No, you have literally unleashed pillbox trees upon things. And
Those things were
said-
already dead.
and
Those things
said-
were already dead. They don't count. Zombies do not count. Those are free kills. There's no moral complication.
Let's not also forget to mention the burning vine things, the
The monster that existed only within a pocket dimension.
you'd call yourself a fucking pacifist?
I panic.
Don't worry, Portia's a pacifist, even when stabbing in the final act.
Well, you may
Because
have
it never
you may have
happened.
noticed, despite how absolutely frustrated and mortified she was in that situation on tonight's episode, she never actually punched Cody, even though she desperately wanted to. Her threshold,
She assaulted Cody with splinters.
she flicked a clump of wood at him.
Assault?
That's not assault. You should know the difference. I mean, really.
Especially working with Domino.
Yeah, that was a wood. That was not assault.
You're right. That was a wood. A wood.
But no, for Portia, if it's self-defense, she will use violence, but she won't kill where not necessary. And if it comes to actual people, even if they're not human, she will attempt to find the peaceful option, and she cannot bring herself to let innocents come to harm. That's the thresholds for her pacifism. But when it comes to, monsters that are marauding around eating people, that's a free kill. because that the morality there is straightforward. It has to die to save the lives of others.
Joke.
So if during the tournament you would have been able to cure those zombies and find out they were actual people that were just twisted by the magic.
You would have given her an existential meltdown. As far as she was concerned, those were nameless, soulless, brainless mobs that were synthetically created for the purpose of the tournament. If it turned out that those were actual victims that had been pulled in, turned into zombies, and then set loose, and that they weren't so far necrotized that there was no way to bring them back, yeah, her realizing that would definitely mess her up, considering what she did to them.
Yeah. That is within the rights of the magic that we were in.
So yeah, so long as you never bring that up and point out that possibility to her, we should be good. If it is ever mentioned, it's probably going to start haunting her.
Excellent.
Warren would probably just think that you knew the risks of what was going on.
I just like Zim's complete and total shock. What do you mean, pacifist?
What do you mean?
No, she won't harm innocents. She can't harm people. She won't kill people that she's not absolutely positively required to.
All right. Well, anyways, Warren, something you liked, something you feel could be improved.
I liked how this session wrapped up a lot of loose ends. And Reinhardt needed a little bit more to do today.
Yeah. I can see that.
Well, I mean, he went out, he got drunk, and then he got sober. That was two things he did.
I tried to investigate things and I just didn't get anywhere.
And truthfully, right now, the way his magic works is based on being high. With him being clean, he wouldn't be able to cast.
My magic is not based on me being high. What are you on about?
That's Alexis, not Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
No,
Alexis
also
is the
did-
one that requires the drugs, and Portia's actually his dealer.
I also didn't want to get you guys into another plot thread when I was already planning to send you guys out of town.
I was half expecting Reinhardt. Ooh, the CEO's coming? Let's take care of that.
I was really hoping that wasn't going to happen.
Oh.
But it's like, yeah, no, it's like, you guys are living there. Of course you guys would hear about it.
Yeah. Well, see,
I
you don't know
mean-
about us doing anything about that because we're too preoccupied with the wedding plans.
Cody already has ambitions to become CEO of Pentex.
Okay.
Granted,
okay.
it's to dismantle it, but
For the first half of that sentence, I thought you were going to say ambitions to become Domino's husband, and I was concerned. I'm so
why
glad the
would
second
I
half
do
of it.
that? And like, what?
Well, you know, I mean,
Where was
on
the
one side,
context for me to talk about that?
the line immediately beforehand when I said that everyone was busy with wedding preparations, and then you continued with that. So I was like, oh no.
Well, either way, I think we should go ahead and wrap up this session.
Sounds good.
I definitely enjoyed embracing some of the chaos there. It is always enjoyable to do that.
This is good.
Did encourage me to be quite naughty.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for a naughty session of Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
I need
Ah.
clothes.
You need clothes?
I need clothes.
I thought you got clothes.
I got salt. I'm at
Oh.
salt. I can't. I'm getting. I can't
Kerr?
sign up.
mean
I
you're
can't sign
at
up the
salt?
stream. I'm getting close. I'm at
What's up?
salt.
Kerr?
What do you mean you're at Salt?
I'm at salt.
Can Cody, disappear Portia's entire wardrobe elsewhere with correspondence?
Yes.
Okay, let me go ahead and roll.
Can Portia disappear Cody's entire digestive tract?
Two
That would be
for
enough.
two for my air take? Okay.
That would be enough.
Bye,
Alright.
clothes.
The stream's already ended. This is
I would-
non-canon.
I will see you all later. I hope you all had fun.
See ya, Kerr. But no, this is the after credits scene, you know?
This is our shawarma scene. This.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be our shawarma scene because we already had it with the noodles. So there.
Well, that's fine. So this is just the person's clothes disappear scene then.
No.
Sorry, all your clothes are gone.
And I'm sorry, but the noodle shop might not be there anymore.
Oh yeah, it might be gone.
Oh crap! That's right. Gonna have to double check. Gonna have to compare notes with reality.
For all we know, everything we knew before was a lie. And what it was is might be different, and what is different might be the same. And what's oh no.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me double check something here.
Anyways, thanks for joining again.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and wrap or head out. Bye.